plans are being made for U.S. Vice President Mike Pence to stay at President Donald Trump's family golf resort at Doonbeg in Co Clare when he visits Ireland next month. No arrangements have yet been confirmed, but planners working on Mr. Pence's itinerary say it was increasingly likely that he would stay at the West Clare resort, which Mr. Trump purchased 2 years before becoming U.S. president on the night of Friday, September 6 during his 2-day visit. His stay at Doonbeg comes just 3 months after Mr. Trump stayed at the resort on a visit to Europe, making advanced security arrangements for a second high-profile visit more straightforward to organize. A spokesman for Mr. Trump's resort said that Mr. Pence's stay had not been fully confirmed yet. The resort is near full occupancy on the weekend of the visit, with guests staying for a large conference at the time. Any remaining available accommodation is being held for the U.S. Vice President and his entourage. The Trump administration has been criticized at home in the U.S. for the use of properties owned by the Trump family for official U.S. government business. Statements: Mike Pence will begin his Irish visit, his first official trip to Ireland as U.S. Vice President, in Dublin, meeting Taoiseach Leo Varadkar informally, followed by the two men making statements to the media. A source familiar with planning from the visit said that the vice president would then attend a meeting with representatives of Irish-American businesses at the residence of U.S. Ambassador Edward Crawford in the Phoenix Park before meeting President Michael D. Higgins at Áras an Uachtaráin. He will fly on to Shannon later on September 6. Taoiseach Simon Coveney is expected to accompany Mr. Pence on a visit to the cliffs of Moher in Co Clare on the second day of his Irish visit. The politician first visited Ireland in the 1980s and worked from the summer behind the bar at Morrissey's. A spokesman for Mr. Coveney said the details of the vice president's visit were a matter for his office and the U.S. Embassy to confirm. The former member of the U.S. Congress and the one-time governor of Indiana tweeted last week that Ireland was a country that is very near to my family's heart, and confirmed that he would be meeting Mr. Varadkar, Mr. Higgins and Mr. Coveney, while celebrating my Irish roots. Distant cousin Mike Pence, whose relatives emigrated to the U.S. from counties Clare and Sligo, is expected to dine at Morrissey's, the restaurant run by his distant cousin Hugh McNally, when he visits the Co Clare village. The politician first visited Ireland in the 1980s and worked from the summer behind the bar at Morrissey's and on the farm of a distant relative near the village. He has been a regular visitor with his family since then. Mr. Pence will travel first to Iceland and the United Kingdom before his arrival in Ireland. Brexit and immigration are likely to be among the topics up for discussion during his meetings in Ireland. Mr. Pence's grandfather Richard Michael Corley left Ireland in the 1920s, emigrating to the U.S. through Ellis Island before eventually settling in Chicago. He has regularly mentioned Corley in speeches. Corley's Irish-American wife hailed from Doonbeg. Let's blog ads. Why?